Hi, my name is Chris Stoddard. I am a Dare Extension Master Gardener Volunteer. Now, Verbena is a large group of flowering plants which have some of the most colorful, easy to grow, and useful plants for the landscape. There are native, non-native, and of course hybrids, which allows the gardeners to have a wide variety to choose from. There are annuals and perennials, as well as low-growing and tall plants for use as a ground cover or in the landscape in borders. From such a large group, you know there will be some that will survive and thrive on the Outer Banks. These long-blooming annual or perennial flowers possess the virtues of heat tolerance and an extremely long bloom season, as well as a fast growth rate. The annuals make great container plants, as well as for landscape use. The perennial verbenas, considered sometimes short-lived perennials, make up for this with their vigor and heavy flowering. Unlike some perennials, these bloom quickly during the first season after planting. In our coastal region, they can be planted in the spring as well as the fall. Most are heat tolerant and require a location that receives full sun throughout the day, and once established are drought tolerant, although they could use a drink if there is no rain for a week or so. Since our soil is sandy, Verbena could use a light application of a complete fertilizer in mid to late spring, and again after trimming back to revitalize the plants. All Verbena attracts the pollinators, the butterflies, the bees, and the hummingbirds. Verbena vary considerably in size. The ground skimming moss verbena and trailing verbena reach only 1 foot or less in height and spread from 2 to 5 feet wide, while purple top vervain and the native blue verbena can reach 4 to 5 feet tall, but only a foot or 2 in width. The flower colors, God, they range from white to pink, red, lavender, blue, and purple. There are just so many. Most of the cultivars of Verbena are annuals and sold under the heading Verbena HYBRIDA. They are excellent all-round plants for the garden. They can be used as bedding plants or grown in a mixed border. They make great container plants, especially in hanging baskets. Verbena can be bought as plants from garden centers and nurseries, and there is quite a variety in colors. Some are offered as seeds. Trailing verbena, or Verbena canadensis, is a native perennial. These plants have a low, spreading form and will flower profusely all summer. Creeping stems often root into the soil or mulch. Plants are tolerant of heat and drought once established. They do need excellent soil drainage to avoid root rot. These cultivars have shown great landscape performance in a number of trials. The one that consistently tops the charts is Homestead Purple. This cultivar has lasted through drought as well as floods. If you're not crazy about purple, Taylortown Red is another cultivar that has good performance in the garden. If you would like taller verbena in your garden, here are 2 varieties that can survive here. Blue vervain is a native to the southeast and can grow from 2 to 5 feet tall. It is one of the more cold-hardy verbena. Purple top vervain is a non-native from South America that will also survive here. Once established, it is drought tolerant. It is considered a short-lived perennial, but if in a good location and it likes it, it will self-seed. Most of the problems that verbena develop occur when they are grown in low light, poorly drained soil, or when overwatered. Poor air circulation from overcrowded conditions can lead to disease. Powdery mildew often infects verbena that is under stress from severe drought or not receiving enough sunlight. Botrytis blight often occurs under extremely moist conditions. The flowers turn brown and sometimes gray, fuzzy fungus may be visible. Root rot may occur in overly moist soil. Normally, verbena are relatively pest-free. Mites are most common in plants with severe drought stress. Also, aphids, whiteflies, tripes, and leaf miners may show up as pests on the plants. Verbenas are a great plant choice for the Outer Banks to fill in a lot of those empty spaces. If you have any gardening questions, you can always call Ask a Master Gardener at 473-4290 or email greenlineobx@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.